Training a mixture of experts model from scratch is expensive. But you already have a strong, dense model. Sparse upcycling lets you recycle it, copy its layers into experts, bolt on a router, and keep training, so you get a bigger, sparse model for a fraction of the cost. In this video, why from scratch hurts, what upcycling is, how it works, the architecture, initialization tricks, results, cost, the code, use cases, and when to reach for it. Start with the pain. Mixture of experts models are powerful, but building one from scratch is brutal. You pay the full pre-training bill, often trillions of tokens over billions of parameters, and you throw away every dense model you already trained. Meanwhile, excellent open dense checkpoints, like Llama and QN, are everywhere. Retraining from zero just to get sparse capacity wastes both the compute and the knowledge already sitting inside those weights. So what is sparse upcycling? Introduced by Komatsuzaki and colleagues in 2023, it turns a trained dense model into a mixture of experts model. You take each feed-forward layer, copy it into several identical expert copies, and add a small router in front. Crucially, at the very start the upcycled model behaves exactly like the original dense one, so you keep all its learned knowledge and simply grow its capacity. The recipe is simple. First, copy each dense feed-forward block into n identical experts. Second, insert a randomly initialized router that will learn to send tokens to experts. Third, continue pre-training on more data. Because the experts start identical, the router gradually pushes them apart and each one begins to specialize. You are not starting over, you are upgrading a model you already trust. Here is what a single upcycled layer does at inference. A token comes in and hits the router, which scores every expert. It keeps only the top K, usually 1 or 2, so most experts stay idle. Those chosen experts process the token, and their outputs are combined using the router's weights. The result? Far more total parameters, but the compute per token stays close to the original dense model. So how does this compare to training a mixture of experts from scratch? From scratch means paying the full pre-training bill again and ignoring every dense model you own. Upcycling starts from a finished dense checkpoint, needs far fewer extra tokens to reach strong quality, and preserves the knowledge already baked in. NVIDIA even showed that upcycling beats simply continuing to train the dense model on the very same data. There is a catch. Because every expert starts identical and the router is random, the experts are symmetric and slow to specialize. Several fixes exist. NVIDIA Virtual Group Initialization, with careful weight scaling, makes fine-grained upcycling work well. Drop upcycling partly reinitializes the expert weights to break that symmetry and speed specialization. And a method called BAM upcycles the attention parameters too, not just the feed-forward blocks. Do the gains actually show up? Yes. NVIDIA upcycled a Nematron 415 billion dense model into a mixture of experts and beat simply continuing to train the dense model on the same 1 trillion tokens, 67.6% on MMLU versus 65.3%. Drop upcycling went further, matching a 13 billion dense model with a 5.9 billion active parameter MoE at roughly a quarter of the training compute. Why is this so efficient? 2 reasons. First, a mixture of experts is sparse. Only the top K experts fire per token, so you gain far more parameters and capacity without a matching jump in compute. Second, upcycling reuses all the work already spent pre-training the dense model, so you reach strong quality with far fewer extra tokens than starting over. More capacity for less spend. In code, the idea is small. Take the trained feed-forward block from a layer, deep copy it into n identical experts, and add a randomly initialized linear router that will pick the top K. Swap the dense block for this mixture of experts block, then continue pre-training. In practice, this lives inside frameworks like NVIDIA NeMo or Megatron, but the core move is just clone plus route. Where does upcycling shine? Anytime you already own a strong dense model and want more capacity cheaply. Labs use it to spin a dense checkpoint into a larger sparse model without a full retrain. NVIDIA Nematron work and several open mixture of experts efforts lean on it. It is especially attractive when your data or compute budget for extra pre-training is limited. So, when should you reach for it? If you have a solid dense checkpoint, and want the capacity of a mixture of experts without paying to train one from scratch, upcycling is the obvious move, especially on a tight token budget. Think twice. If you have no good dense model to start from, you need a very different architecture, or you can't afford the memory of holding many experts at serving time. So, to recap, training a mixture of experts from scratch is expensive and throws away dense models you already have. Sparse upcycling copies each dense feed-forward block into experts, adds a router, and continues training, so it starts as an exact copy and keeps all that knowledge. Only the top K experts fire per token, and at scale it beats continued dense training for less compute. That's sparse upcycling. Don't rebuild a mixture of experts from nothing, recycle a dense model you already trust into a bigger, sparser one. It's cheaper, it keeps hard-won knowledge, and at scale it wins. Did this make sparse upcycling click? Follow for plain English genai breakdowns, and save this to share with your team.